This is KCTV English News. I'm Nick Brontes. Some of the people convicted in illegal military trials during the April 3rd incident say they feel a sense of relief now that a court has dismissed the 70-year-old charges against them. Jeju District Court Judge Jae Chang dismissed the indictments Thursday during retrials of the cases. The judge found that the original military trials did not follow the litigation procedures that were required by law. 18 incident survivors filed for retrials in April 2017, claiming they had been illegally convicted by military courts and imprisoned in 1948 and 1949. Politicians are welcoming the dismissal of charges against those convicted during the April 3rd incident. In a press release, the Provincial Council's April 3rd incident special committee applauded the decision and urged prosecutors to take action themselves to restore the honor of others who had been found guilty under similar circumstances. The local branch of the Democratic Party says the decision returns the dignity of the people who were wrongly convicted. It also promised to do its utmost to pass a complete revision to the April 3rd incident special law. Superintendent of Education Lee Sung-moon said in a statement that the court's decision rectifies the distorted history of the April 3rd incident. Lee also said that future history textbooks would include the truth about the people who were convicted and now exonerated. And now, with a more detailed look at the court's decision, we turn to Joseph Kim.
The old victims of military courts are smiling brightly after 70 years. They were arrested and sentenced to years in prison on the trumped-up charge of, but they did not receive proper trials 7 decades ago. In April 2017, 18 survivors applied to the Jeju District Court for resumption of retrials of people convicted for offenses during the April 3rd incident. The court accepted their claim. The court, on January 17th, held the final trial and dismissed the indictment of the 18 plaintiffs. Actually, this means the court recognizes them as wronged victims of the April 3rd incident. The court said the charges applied to the plaintiffs were not clearly defined, and there were no proper legal procedures. Dropping the indictment means ending the case, as the military court rulings were made illegally and are thus invalid. This, therefore, clears the plaintiffs of the charges. The plaintiffs and their families hailed the ruling, saying that the pronouncement corrects the distorted history.
말할 수 없는 고통과 형무소살이, 총살맞은 이런 아픔이 오늘로서 모든 것이 사라지고 새로운 희망과 우리 갈 길을 새로 찾게 된 것은 무한한 영광으로 생각하고
자식들한테도 말씀을 못 하시고 그랬는데 오늘같이 이렇게 누명을 벗게 돼서 너무너무 기쁘고 정말 너무 감사를 드립니다.
The 18 plaintiffs were jailed after being accused of being communists, along with about 2,500 others. Many died in captivity or went missing. The ruling is likely to incite similar claims for retrial from other surviving victims and suits for compensation.
이분들에 대한 국가는 책임을 져야 되고 형사소송법에 의거해서 형사배상 소송을 청구할 것입니다. 연내로 빨리 하겠습니다.
이분들의 명예 회복이 이루어졌지만 사실 손해에 대한 배상은 이루어진 것이 아닙니다. 그래서 형사 보상 청구 그리고 국가의 불법 행위를 묻는 국가 배상 청구 역시도 적극적으로 검토하고 있습니다.
The retrial received national attention because the claims were made without written prosecution or sentencing that led to the plaintiff's imprisonment. Meanwhile, national compensation and retrials for other cases are left unsettled. The ruling on the groundless military trials would give momentum for regaining the impaired honor of victims. Joseph Kim, KCTV.
In our last April 3rd incident news today, nearly 21,400 people have filed claims that they are or a family member was an incident victim. During the first reporting period for such claims in 5 years, 342 people filed papers claiming they are direct victims. Another 21,050 say they are related to a victim. Among claims filed by or for victims, 199 were for people who have already died. 68 were for people who remain listed as officially missing. 41 were disabled through the incident, and 34 had been convicted of various offenses during the incident. The province plans to conduct a fact-finding investigation into the claims as soon as possible, and then convene a working committee monthly to review them. Apartment prices in Jeju have now fallen for 5 straight weeks. According to the Korea Appraisal Board, prices as of the second week of this month dropped 0.04% compared to the previous week. Prices for long-term jeonse leases fell 0.06% over the same period. It wasn't just Jeju. Apartment prices continued to fall nationwide, but they fell at a slower pace compared to the week before. Jeju City is getting electric buses. The province is introducing Saturday, on a trial basis, 6 low-floor electric buses on routes 431 and 432, both of which connect with the terminal and the old sections of Jeju City. Another 15 buses will be introduced to routes 325 and 326 in March. Those routes stop in Hamdo and at Dongmun Rotary and Hala Arboretum. The province plans to introduce 20 new low-floor electric buses every year. There's a 60% chance of showers beginning later Saturday, but if any rain does fall, it will only be a few millimeters. For more, here's your forecast. The low in Jeju City will be 4 and the afternoon high 12 degrees. In Seogwipo, temperatures will fall between 7 and 14. In Seongsan, the low before lunch will be 3 and the high later on 12 degrees. In western regions around Gosan, temperatures will range from 6 to 13. And the morning low up on the mountain at Songpanak will be 1 degree below zero and the afternoon high 7 above. Out on the water, winds will be out of the south and southwest at 6 to 11 meters per second, and seas will be relatively calm. And here's a look ahead into next week. And that brings us to the end of today's newscast. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you'll tune in next time. Until then, don't forget to find us on YouTube by searching for KCTV E-News Jeju. 시청자 여러분, 고맙습니다.